today's video. About 2 years ago, I fell out of my wheelchair. Now I don't want pity, I don't want violins, everybody falls, everybody does stuff, injuries happen to everybody. Unfortunately, they're a part of life. However, I'm quite good at sustaining injuries to my face. I've broken my nose about 3 times, and this injury I'm talking about that happened about 2 years ago, in all seriousness, it was quite bad. I fell face forward, I hit a pothole and fell face forward. Obviously I didn't see the pothole, and the little wheels at the front of my wheelchair, because they're so small, they basically dived into the pothole, and then I literally just fell on my face. Because as a part of cerebral palsy, I haven't got the reflexes to be like, whoa. So I didn't put my arms out, and my face took the impact of the fall. So sorry, face. My mum says to me, nothing in life is a mistake. If you can learn from something, it wasn't a mistake. Because when you're learning, you're growing as a person, and you are. We love my mum on this channel. My mum is she's just the backbone of this channel. But yeah, she says, nothing's ever an error. If you learn from it, it's good. A lot of YouTubers, they put their makeup on, whereas I think I should take my makeup off, because I'm confident enough to sit in front of this camera and own who I am as a person. And I hope that by me showing you my under eye bags and the spots that I have, that you can realise that you are enough just by being you. I just want to take my makeup off so you can see me as I am. Nothing's changed, I'm still the same person, maybe just a different colour. Literally, you're gonna look at me and be like, your makeup taking off skills isn't very good. But it's fine, don't worry. When I was younger, I always used to think that you had to be the best at everything. I used to think that I had to be the prettiest girl in the class, with the best hair, and I had to have the best clothes. I remember my mum saying to me when I went to college, Emily, just go in a hoodie and jeans, it's not a fashion show, nobody cares, you're there to learn. But yeah, I've always had a big problem with my self-worth. And I do think it comes from the feeling of, oh, well, I've got a physical disability, so that makes me lesser, so I've got to be more to make up from it. I've come a long way from that, and I now realise that obviously what you look like, even though it's great, it only means so much. So yeah, when I was younger, I gave myself a really, really hard time. And I was always like, oh, but I'm not as pretty as her. My mum used to be like, yes, okay, there's always going to be someone better than you, but what makes you the best? There's always something about you that makes you unique. And, you're too busy focusing on what you haven't got compared to what you have got. I went through the stages where I didn't want to go out because I felt just so low at the fact that I was in a wheelchair. And I was just like, but I'm disabled, I almost didn't feel worthy of being a part of society. The fall itself, just prior to it, I was actually having a really hard time with my appearance. I had braces on 3 years prior, and ironically, I always used to hate my 2 front teeth, and I always used to think that my smile was quite goofy. So I remember my mum saying, look, I'll get you braces, see how you go with them, and if you still want to change things, we'll cross that bridge when it comes. So I had braces on, and then I went through the whole thing of feeling ugly with braces, and it was just like, oh, I feel ugly all the time, like, when am I ever going to feel good enough? But I didn't realise that feeling of self-worth, it wasn't going to come from a brace. It wasn't going to come from having a winning smile. It's all to do with the mind and how you treat yourself. And I don't think I would have ever told myself I was ever enough, because I just didn't have that esteem to be like, you are a great person in your own right. You don't have to be this 10 out of 10 Instagram girl. You can just be a great person and you're enough as you are. So yeah, it was quite ironic having braces on for 3 years, feeling ugly with braces on, being excited about the brace being taken off, and I'm not joking to you people. I had the brace taken off, and about 2 weeks later I had the fall. Let me show you. So as you can see, we're sporting a nice little spot there. But all's good, we're not dying. So I'm just gonna come forward so you guys can see. So you can see my scars there. I'm very lucky that I had access to emergency surgery and also emergency dentistry. You know, my mum, she always says to me, are you better or worse than that person? She's always tried to instill gratitude in me, and that really helped me on the healing journey, because it was always like, yes, okay, you've got 36 stitches in your face, but number one, you've had the treatment. Number two, people really tell? No, your face isn't hanging off. You know, it was always like, yes, okay, you've been through something, but aren't you lucky that you come out the other side and you still look like Emily? You know, I think I'll always thank my mum, even though at the time when I was a teenager, when she used to put like Pride of Britain awards on or something on the news would pop on, and she'd be like, are you better or worse than that person? I always used to be like, oh, what's she on my case for? But now it's like, no, she was trying to make me realise that I am lucky. Beauty comes in many forms, and I think, like I always say on this channel, you are amazing because you are you. If you can watch this video and look at me, barefaced, with a spot right there, and think, oh, well, that's what Emily looks like without makeup, I don't feel any differently about her. I am telling you that you are beautiful. You are beautiful because you're you. And nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can change the fact that you are an individual and you are, you know, amazing. If you have fallen, or if you have something that makes you self-conscious, like these, or like my teeth, jeez, like I always worry, I always think, oh, can people see the discoloration? Because obviously my teeth are false, so the front two are false. So one of my insecurities is that I always worry that people can tell. If you can see, there's where I had the stitches, and under my chin there. But I'm still the same person. Nothing's changed. Still me. Your scars, they're nothing to be ashamed of. They're something to be proud of. Because you know what? You overcome that journey. You overcome that injury. And look how strong and amazing you are. And you've kept going. See my makeup wipe if you want. How bad is that? I sound like really like preachy. Like, get me the Vicar's outfit. I'm turning into a preacher. You're amazing. You're lush. Keep going. I'm gonna go now. Bye!